and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking about day camp because I've been getting a lot of questions about it on TikTok, so let's get into it. Okay, so my day camp is run by my city, so I'm not going to share exactly where that is, but it is for youth ages 12 to 21 with varying disabilities. We have kids with ADHD, ADD, autism, Down syndrome, cerebral palsy, everything like that. I've been going since I was 18 because that's when we found out about it. It's run all summer, and then it also runs during winter break camp, and then last year we started March break. So it runs about 3 times a year if, you know, the world is in a crisis. And it runs, I think, for 8 weeks in the summer, but most camps run for 9, but we only run for 8 for some reason, and this summer we are running for 6. It's a really positive, really good place. A lot of people ask why I go because I'm high functioning enough to stay home on my own. But one, it gives my mom peace of mind, when she's at work, I'm at camp, I'm safe, I'm not hurting myself or doing anything destructive. 2, it gives me something to do instead of just sit home in my bed all the time. And 3, it helps with my social skills and it helps me make friends and make connections with people I wouldn't otherwise make connections with. Yes, I make connections with people online, but it's a whole lot different with an internet friend when having a real person you can actually talk to in person. So those are the reasons why I go to camp, and I qualify, so why not take advantage of that opportunity to go? So I'm going to start first by talking about what a normal day looks like. This is what a normal day previously looked like. I don't know what a normal day will look like this summer. My camp starts July 20th, but I won't be attending till the 27th just because I am self-isolating. So I'm going to go through what a normal day used to look like, and then I'm going to go through, I have a box of things from camp last year that I'm going to share with you guys. So camp, we start at 9. We have before care, which I think starts at 7:30 or 8 or something like that, where you can, if you need before care, your parents can drop you off then. I only did before care I think once, and it was during March break, but other than that I just usually get there for 9. And during before care you kind of just play games with your staff, board games, Connect 4, things like that, make things with plastic lace, things like that. Then once camp starts at 9, everybody, we'd go in a group and sit in a circle for something called morning meetup. So morning meetup, we have this big, those science fair trifolds, we have one of those, and on it is today's date is, and there's blanks, and each blank there's a piece of card with the month, the day, and the year on it. Also what the high and low temperature of the day will be, and what the week's theme is. So the staff in front leading the morning meetup, it's different every day, will ask the questions and the campers will answer. I have too much anxiety to answer. I don't like doing it, but sometimes my staff pick on me and they make me answer, which I don't like. But usually for the morning meetup, I'm sitting next to one of my staff because I don't like sitting by myself, so I'll sit with my staff and hold their hand, and it's just fun for me. Losing my train of thought. Sometimes we're allowed to do plastic lace in the circle just to keep us kind of fidgeting, but in our seats. Sometimes, depending on the staff leading it, it's nope. So it depends on who it is. I don't like sitting in the same spot for 20 minutes. It's just too much. I get self-destructive. I start hardcore flapping and picking at my fingers and making them bleed and stuff. So it's frustrating some days, but it's just a matter of getting through it, because knowing that the next part is something I really enjoy. So it's just, but having that staff next to me really helps as well. And before we even do the trifold board, we go around the circle and we say our names and answer the question of the day. So sometimes it's your favorite color, favorite dessert are 2 popular ones, and usually on Mondays it's what we did over the weekend. So that's what we do. I usually respond verbally, sometimes with my iPad. I can recall a few times when I did, just because Mondays are hard sometimes, so using the iPad helps. And then after we do morning meetup, we go on our walk. So we all line up and we have to carry out the first aid bucket, the sunscreen bucket, and the parent info binder. And then we walk out, and we camp's at a community center, so we just kind of walk around the community center. But first we do a pit stop for sunscreen, which also takes forever. But eventually we start our walk. I'm always standing with one of my staff either at the front of the line or the back of the line, and it's just my favorite part of the day, just getting to hold their hand and chat with them. It's kind of like my morning coffee, my little pick-me-up, my perfect I love it so much. We just chat and laugh, and it's the best thing ever. There was one day in the summer last year, I always stand to people's left. That's just where I'm comfortable. I hate standing to people's right. I can't do it. My body starts to tingle and ache and pain, so I have to be on the left. There's one day there was like, we were approaching like this kind of sketchy group of people with like really big dogs, and like my staff was like, okay Chris, you need to switch to my right, and I'm like, no, like I started thinking about it because it makes me uncomfortable, like no I can't, this is my side, and I fought with her for a while like no, and then eventually she's like, whatever, like get bit by the dog. Like I was like, okay. It just makes me laugh thinking about it, because I couldn't do it. It's just something that causes, like, it's something, it's out of routine, it's change, I don't like it, it's just hard for me. Anyways, after our walk we go to our little community garden plot. We had planted like cantaloupes and Swiss chard, and I can't remember what else, those are the two I remember. And then we go to the playground and we play for a little bit. I have too much anxiety to play on the playground. That sounds so pathetic. I have too much anxiety to play on a playground. Anyways, I think I played on the playground. I went on the swing a few times, and then like the last day of camp, like me and two of my staff, we just like hung out on the top of the playground like cool kids. So I'm just like, this is what I live for, being cool. So usually I would sit on the bench with my staff and we'd play I Spy. There was one day I played Frisbee with one of the staff. We did chalk a few times. It was just fun. We played a game called Finger Foods, where there's somebody who's it, and they stand in like the middle of like the play area, and they count down from a certain number, and you have to like run to a hiding place and hide there, and when they yell Finger Foods, you have to run back, tag their hand, and go hide again. But each time, the time is less and less to find a hiding place. It was such a fun game. I suggested it that day, and because we were playing like Grounders, The Floor is Lava, Shark Attack, but it was like a mix, and there was like no rules, and everything was confusing, and I'm like, oh my god, I want to play, but I don't understand these rules, because our coordinator was just making things up, and I'm like, what is this game? So eventually I'm like, let's play this, Finger Foods, and then everyone's like, okay, yeah, and we started playing, and it was the best. Like, everybody played, kids in wheelchairs, able-bodied, everybody played, and it was just so much fun. And then me and my best friend, we actually won, which was really awesome. So that was fun. We don't usually do games at the playground. It's usually a free-for-all, but that day was really fun. After outside, we go inside for our first snack, so it's about 10:30 by now. We have our first snack. I usually just sit in a beanbag isolated because eating disorder, don't eat very much, don't like this, so I just would sit, and there was always the issue of like, Chris, come eat, and it's like, no. But some days I did. By the end of the summer I was doing really well and I did, but beginning of the summer it was a hassle. So we would do our snack, and then we would do an activity. So each summer is a theme. So my first summer was movies. My last summer was around the world. So each week was a different continent. So we would do an activity based on what continent we were on. So I have, let me see what I have here. This one, I forget what it's called. This one was from when we were in Africa. Mine is purple because it is my favorite color. This day was a stressful day for me, but I have my beautiful mat to remind me of that terrible day. We did, I'm totally unorganized, I can't remember. Oh, when we were in North America, we made little Canada flags with our hand as the maple leaf, which is really cool because, you know, Canada pride. Some of these things like aren't themed to where we particularly were that week, but they're just crafts that we did. This is my body affirmations. So inside the person is purple words, and those are all the words I think I am. So I am Chris, I am going to get better, I am learning to love myself, I am artistic, I am working on believing I am a good person, I am a boy, I am Melissa's favorite booger, I am going to be successful, I am stopping negative thinking, I am trying to try my best, I am working on myself, I am learning. And then on the outside is like all words that other people think I am. So people think I'm funny, very important, sassy, I'm artistic. This one says that they love me, I love your dance moves, which is weird because I don't think I've ever danced at camp. I am resilient and intelligent, and I make people smile. So that was a really hard activity for me to do because thinking of positive words was hard for me. Some of these things in here are just like pictures that other campers gave me. This is my vision board. I once again did not do this. My coordinator did this for me because I do not have a future. I am very suicidal and do not look past very far. So we have a couple things. This one came true because I did get it in iMac, but everything else is just, you know, going on a cruise, going to Chicago, a bumblebee, going to a Blue Jays game, created equal, I forget what that is, graduate, question mark, and a basketball. So that was the craft we did. These plates, I have no idea what they mean. I have no idea. This one's mine. It's pretty and purple. This one my staff made me. They have no meaning. It's just a funny thing that we did. My little shield. Also, once again, no idea why we did this. It has my name and some words. I can't remember what each section was supposed to mean something, but I don't know what each section means. So it just says Chris, drawing, signing, baking. I want to achieve 1 year and 1 month clean, and cookie decorating. I don't know what any of that means, but it's there. My name tag from when we were in Oceania/Australia, so it's got a whole bunch of animals on it. And there was something else from Australia too in here. Oh, our scavenger hunt. We did 2 scavenger hunts. So this one was for Oceania, and then I can't remember the other continent we did one on, but yeah. So then we would do an activity, and then after the activity of the day, we'd go to lunch. And then, or we'd have lunch, we wouldn't go anywhere. We bring our own lunch, peanut and nut free, and then Fridays or Thursdays we'd have hot lunch. So it would be like mac and cheese, pasta, pancakes, chicken nuggets. So you'd pay at the beginning of the week to have hot lunch at the end of the week. My favorite was pancakes. It's the only one I would eat. It's my favorite. Which we're not having hot lunch this year, which makes me sad. But also during the week, we'd go to the superstore, which is the grocery store next to the community center, to buy supplies for hot lunch, which was my favorite part of the week. And then the coordinator would make it, well, we'd help buy the stuff, and then they'd make it for us. And then after lunch, we'd get ready to swim if it's a swim day. So it takes us a while to get ready because there's a lot of us, and some of us need help getting dressed, so it's a long time. But it's worth it once we get in the pool. So we swim from like 1:30 to 2:45. Swimming with me is, I feel sorry for people who swim with me, but I have fun. I always carried around like a blue boat. His name was Big Blue. I played Titanic with my staff. I'd have deep, like, personal conversations in the pool. We called them pool chats with one of my staff. We'd have deep pool chats. I cried on the pool deck a few times. So I'm gonna do a separate video, like, talking about funny stories from camp because I have a lot of them. It was a really fun summer. So yeah, after swimming, we'd get out of the pool and we'd all get changed, and then we'd go back to the camp room, have our last snack, and just kind of hang out until home time. And that is what a day at my camp looks like. It's really, really fun. I always have a good time, even if I cry sometimes. And then every week we usually go on 1 field trip, plus the Superstore field trip. So last year we went to a splash pad, we went to Pioneer Village, we went to a water park, and the movie theater. Water park and movie theater, our camps are split. There's East and West End. So like all the camps in the East End would go one day, all the camps in the West would go the other day to the movie theater and to the water park. The water park, there were so many people. There was like literally a line to wait for an inner tube to then go in line to wait to go down the slide. So I just went on slides that didn't need an inner tube because it was so much faster. Movie theater, it was okay. I mean, I don't like movies, so I literally just sat in the lobby and did an I Spy book with my staff. So yeah, and then the splash pad was such a fun day. I have so many. I'm gonna tell you guys all about the stories in another video, and then each Friday was like a theme day. It had nothing to do with the continent we were on, but it was a theme day. We did like red and white for like Canada Day. We did career day where I wore my chef shirt. We did superhero day, which was like the last Friday. This is my mask. We did Disney day, and I made myself these Disney ears. They're Sophia the First, so I got paint on the bow, but a white bow, and there's pictures of Sophia. They look really cute. And then I made 3 of my other staff had Disney ears too. I made staff B, Lilo and Stitch ones that I drew, and she totally thought that I printed the picture out, but I drew them. I did M's. They were like just plain black mini ears with like a flower crown around them. And then I did my coordinator's ears. She got like, they were like floral fabric with flowers all around them, and they were so good, and everybody loved them, so it was a fun time. And then like each week we get like a souvenir at the end of the week for like the continent we were on. So like for like Mexico, we did like a piñata, like, and that was like the toy we got. Asia, we got fortune cookies. And then this one's my favorite. We went to the Arctic and Antarctic, and this is the snow that we got, and it made me laugh so hard when we got this. It just was so funny. I'm trying to see what else I have in my box here. That was really fun. We had a bake sale, and of course I have trash from it. I learned how to make bambugle or plastic lace letters, so this is when I learned how to do the letter M. I didn't have enough to finish it, but I did learn how to make letters. And then I have like my little checklist of letters of like who I was making letters for. Yeah, I have a whole bunch of coloring pages from my staff. This one, me and my coordinator, we colored together. Together we rise above. She picked the page and we just colored it together. Yeah, camp is a fun experience. It's a really good time. I always have fun. It's just a really amazing experience in place. Oh, one last thing is my tracks books. I can't remember what tracks stands for, but it's like about being a good person and stuff. So like every week you get stickers. So like people drew in mine too. I don't know why. You light up my world. There's like cute little like there's a dog there. Don't give up. Like I don't know why they just wanted to draw in my book, but you get stickers for like helping other campers and like being a good role model. And I got a lot of stickers because I ate my lunch without crying, or I ate my lunch in general, or I helped other campers make bracelets out of like plastic lace and stuff. So I got quite a few stickers. I like my hand-drawn stickers though. They mean a lot to me. I only have 4 books because like most things, the summer starts out strong. By the end of the summer, everyone's tired and things aren't happening anymore. But yeah, that is camp. It's a great time. And I'm gonna do a separate video talking about stories and everything, so then you guys can see all the fun times that I have and I can talk about them more. And this was just kind of like an overview, but camp is fun. If you guys get the opportunity to go to day camp, it's a really good time. I like this camp more than the camp I went to when I was like 11 years old, 12 years old. So yeah, that is camp. I hope you guys enjoyed hearing about it because I really like talking about it. I'll see you guys in another video. Bye guys.